Welcome back to the Plowboi podcast. This is episode number 7. Siete. Mi amigos, my familia is here. I got that B-Dot with me. I got KGO double G and that DOC. Back once again, showing love to the Plowboi committed. We want to jump right back into Young Buck brought in this young topic, and it ain't young, it's real old. He ain't here to speak on it, but I'm gonna let his daddy talk. I'm gonna let his daddy talk first.
I know what this is.
Tell me, Big Dot, about the use of the N-word. How does it affect you? How do you feel when you hear it from somebody that's not black? Do you feel like it's a word that you should not use? Or do you feel like it's a term of endearment? And why? Has it gone from a derogatory term in the past to now a term of endearment to young black men or black men in general? What's your thoughts, DOC?
Well, my thoughts is, man, that word is in the dictionary. I think it is in the dictionary. So how you gonna cancel the word? You can look up the word nigger and it's in the dictionary, bro. So the word only offends me when somebody like threatening me. Hey, nigga, get your ass out the way. Then it's personal. It's like you couldn't find another word to tell me to get out your way. But if I hear somebody saying it, it ain't my business. If I'm walking down a sidewalk and I hear two white guys and they calling each other, most of them, they call each other nigga just like, black people do. It don't offend me at all because number one, I don't know them. And number two, I don't need to be in a conversation. It's just like y'all talk about social media. I'm not going to hop in nobody's conversation to burn all my energy on them using the N-word. And the word don't offend me, and I don't think the word should be put down or never used again. It's just a word people just use as common speak. It's basically, I'm just cut. I'm just an old truck. I'm cut from a different cloth. It may offend some older people. It may offend some young. It don't offend me at all. I don't care who I hear saying it.
I respect it. You coming from a demographic that is a different era from us all, but we all young black men on this.
If I know my character,
all use the word.
Yeah. If I know my character and I know how to bounce back and keep on going. My character, I don't let a word define me. You could call me that, but just cause you that's not gonna define me. I know who I am. That word is directed at me. It's not going to change the way I'm thinking about living my life and eating healthy and being a man, taking care of my kids. Just because you want to use that word, that's not going to change the way I think of myself. So.
Words will never hurt me. That's what we used to sing out in the playground. Sticks and stones will break my bones. But words.
Right, you go to letting words determine your future, then you ain't had a future to begin with.
B-Dot.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about the N-word, man.
So the word has an inflammatory connotation. It has a negative connotation associated with it. But it's just like Big Doc said. If I said the same thing and I walked up to that person and said, "Bitch, move out the way," you're gonna still be as inflamed as you were as you said, nigga, get out the way. There's a historical connotation to the word, and we know that it's only used in certain inflammatory ways or in aggressive ways toward people of color or people with darker skin, because it's used as an immediate derogatory comment. And so if that person said that versus the other either nigga get out the way or bitch get out the way, it's still gonna infuriate you the same way, right? It was intended to do that. That's what the intention was when they said it. Right. But in the actual word itself is here. It's been used. It's being used. It's on music. It's on in any entertainment aspect of the world, and it's in everybody's household. And like Big Doc said, you can walk down the street and see non-people of color using the word now too, because it's become a term that's just a word. And I think because of that, it's actually lost some of its negative power in certain aspects. But it's just like I said, if they turn it around and they call you that directly, it's gonna still have the same inflammatory effect as it would if they called you a bitch.
So it's not more so, from what I'm gathering by your comments, it's not more so the word, but the reaction that we have towards the word.
Or the intention behind the word. The intention.
And the intentions. Yeah. That's meaningful. That's meaningful. Who's using it? You react what the situation they're using it in, as a term of endearment, as a term of derogatory meaning, will definitely have an effect on how we react.
Right.
Again, the N-word, Kabis. Tell me how you feel.
First of all, if you think white people not saying the N-word, you crazy. It's their word. They made it up. They've been saying it. They continue to say it. They're not going to stop, no matter how nobody feel about it. I feel like the main important thing is like NWA, the difference between somebody calling you a nigger and somebody calling you a nigga. Because I can say it's probably been an infinite amount of times I've been called a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But they not saying, like, it's been negative, like, man, nigga move, like, nigga, what you doing? And it's been, hey, my nigga, what's up, my nigga? So in that aspect, like B-Dot said, it have lost a lot of power. And like in Texas, like Hispanic people, they say nigga all the time. You know what I'm saying? They say nigga more than niggas do. You know what I mean? But
more than nigga?
I definitely feel, and this kind of like my thought. This is my thought about it. It's like them fat chicks that's like, I'm big, beautiful, I'm big, sexy, blah, blah, blah. Then somebody call them fat and they give me, how you calling me fat? I thought you was big, beautiful. That's like a nigga being like, I'm a real nigga, I'm the realest nigga, I'm a nigga this, nigga that. Then okay, you a nigga. How you gonna call me a nigga? I can't believe you call me a nigga. It's like, bro, you call yourself a nigga. If you proclaim yourself to be a nigga, it don't matter if it's a white, Mexican, Asian, German. You said you define yourself as a nigga. I don't design myself as a nigga, which I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you know, that's my boy. Like I'm not a boy, but if somebody like, oh, that's my boy Kabis, I'm not gonna get offended by that because like what B-Dot said, it's not meant to be in an offensive way. It's like more of a term of endearment. And today, in like today's society, the new young kids, they don't understand like the history of it and how it came from slavery and lynching and how they would say that to, you know, be like, get that nigga and this and that. You say hip hop music, they like, oh, my nigga, real nigga, this and that. So when they use it, that's how they use it. And in a little society of being young kids in school, they friends with black kids, they friends with Hispanic kids, they're saying it. So they just kind of fall into it. You know what I mean?
So it's not an issue. It's not an issue. What I'm gathering from you, it's not an issue.
Not the word.
It's all in context. It's right, all in context.
But it's still, I'm like, think about it like this. If a little white kid like, hey, what's up, nigga? I'd be like, a dude said, it's like you and your wife. You might have a pet name for your wife. She might have a pet name for you. Well, y'all call each other that, right? But don't nobody else call, like if some you call your wife honey or boo-boo or something like that. That's fine between. But if somebody else start calling her that, you'll be like, hey, what the fuck is you doing? So that's kind of where it comes from. And like for me, it depends on the context. It's a situation. It's like if somebody be like, if one of y'all like, what's up, my nigga? I'll be like, hey, what's up, bro? What up? Blah blah blah. if I hear somebody like, "Hey, nigga, what you doing?" I'm gonna be like, "Who is that?" and look and see who is it. What are they doing?
It's all in the context.
Like, what are they coming? Yeah.
That's what you're telling me. It's all in the context, and I respect that. I understand that. K-Dog, how do you feel about the word, the N word? Do you use it? Do you think it should be something that you take out your vocabulary?
I really don't use the word, even if I'm talking to somebody else. I try not to ever use "What's up, my nigga" or anything like that, you know. And
you really don't use that word.
The world has changed to where now they use Nigga or Nigger, and that's just a touchy subject for me, man. You know, I was sitting on the porch talking to my grandfather one day, and he was talking to me about some things that I was trying to do in life, and he was just telling me how he knew things were behind closed doors. And I was like, "Oh, Papa, I ain't got to worry about none of that, Papa. I ain't worried about none of that." And in that very same day, not 5 minutes after having that conversation with my grandfather, I get a message sent back to me of a screenshot that I had sent someone else. And the screenshot was sent back to me by mistake saying, "Stupid nigger." And it affected me. But you know what? I let it affect me. And then I retaliated in the wrong way because I let that word bring me down. When I knew all along what I was. I knew how I was raised. I know who I am. I knew that's very, very, very far from what I ever was. But I let those words bring me down. And within this last year, within going through what's called freedom, it's a thing I went through at church. It lasted 13 weeks. Within going through that, I had to learn that I had to forgive that person because of what he had done. But now, man, I try not to ever use the word. I don't like the word when it's used in a derogatory sense. And I hear it used between Caucasian Americans and Caucasian Americans, or someone who is not of African descent, and they use the word in normal conversation, just talking amongst themselves. That's not how I am. Hopefully, that's not how I raise my kids to be. That's all I got to say about it.
Man, you said a mouthful, bro. A hell of an answer right there, okay? You didn't experience that firsthand. And I'm going to tell you like this here, bro. If you don't like something, then you shouldn't allow that to be part of you. You don't like to hear it. You don't like to be called it. And as your big brother said, you don't say it. And I respect it. Let me tell you what my take is on the word nigga. And that's the last time I'm gonna say that word in this podcast. It's a term that we use as endearment amongst ourselves. But there's a root to that word. And to understand what you're doing with a root, you have to understand what you're doing with the fruit. And we giving fruit to that word when we talk about it, when we rap about it, when we text about it. We giving fruit to that word. The root of it, we know, was not from a good place. We've adopted it. We have begun to use it as something that doesn't really affect us in certain contexts. But as you put, K-Dog, we're letting it control us. Because if the wrong one says it, we react. We change our demeanor and our response because of who said it. Not what was said, but who said it. That's control. We need to stop letting things control us. If we relinquish the use of that word and the availability of that word controlling us, we can begin to change. Now, we ain't gonna stop everybody from using it. Like Doc said, that's a word. Just like punk or fag or something like that, that the LBGT alphabet, whatever, don't like. They ain't gonna ever stop that word. But they can pick on whoever said it. If we stop accepting something, it's got the opportunity to stop. B-Dot, you stop eating honey buns. If you stop accepting something, it's got the opportunity to stop. Fellas, we done had a good conversation tonight. And I hope I see you next podcast. Plowboi.
Boy. Yeah, you were born with dirty hands. Yeah, you a plowboy, and you're thinking silly, boy. Just trying to make you understand. Yeah, you a plowboy, and you're thinking silly, boy. Just trying to make you understand. Oh, yeah.
Thanks for watching the Plowboi Podcast, episode 7. No offense, for the words used in the podcast were all in good context. Plowboi out.